Hey, what is up guys? Guitar Rock here, welcome back to another Blue Archive video. Alright, so we're gonna have plenty of Blue Archive videos this week. I am back to doing account reviews as well. So if you guys are interested, tune in tomorrow. It's going to happen during the live stream. Big announcement right here first, and we'll be doing some account reviews if you guys are interested to participate. Now, let's talk about the patch notes. Currently, this week, we're gonna have quite a major update, I would say, right? Because if you guys are not aware, the new game mode Furry Offset is finally coming, and let's just talk about it in these particular patch notes right here. Alright, we're gonna dive in all of the details. So first things first, you can see we're gonna have the two new characters featured right here are going to be TSUBAKI Guide version. Alright, it's going to be her right here. Now TSUBAKI Guide, I'm going to talk more detail about her skills, her stats, everything, but the truth is, you probably don't really need her, and she's going to particularly shine in this particular new content. And let's talk about the other one. Is going to be 3-star UMIKA. Now both of these are going to belong in the Hyakiyako. Yes, Hyakiyako. I'm always confused between Hyakiyako and Shanghai Jing, you know, like faction, but this is going to both belong in the Hyakiyako. So if you guys have plenty of Hyakiyako books, you know, it's going to be much easier to build them compared to like a bunch of other Gehennas that we've been having for the last couple of rounds. Now alongside with that, we're also gonna have a rerun later on with this is going to be for Mimori. That is going to happen after, I believe. Oh no, they're all going to happen at the same time. Okay, so we got a TSUBAKI Guide, we got UMIKA, and we also have Mimori alongside with Izuna and Shizuko. Now, I do not recommend pulling for any of these, not because they are weak, but we're going to talk a little bit more about that. Now, you can see Rowdy and Cherry. This is going to be the characters featured right here. Alright, so very, very cool. Hopefully, we'll be able to enjoy the story, and hopefully, there's not going to be any major censor, translation, whatever, right? So hopefully, we'll get to enjoy the story as it was supposed to be. Now let's talk about the bonuses right here. Now let's talk about the extra things that we'll be having. You can see this is going to be the card event. I usually like to stack a bunch of this and do a bunch of pulls at the end. Alright, so hopefully to give a particular pattern, and we can see use a Hyakiyako commemorative card to play a draw card. I've done plenty of this before. Ideally, there is like a pattern that you can sort of figure out, right? A lot of people don't believe me and people think it's RNG, but if you collect a bunch and you have a big sample size, you will be able to see the sample size. Now, if you pull like 1 per day or 2 per day, you might not be able to see as much. So it's something that tends to be extremely obvious. Now let's talk about this, right? Final restriction release. The Furry Offset. Now this is going to be a new content featured in global server. Now JP already has this. If you are a new player, don't worry too much about this particular one because you're gonna need a total of 10 characters, right? Which is a lot of characters compared to the regular Total Assault and Grand Assault. However, there is not any major rewards that you'll be missing out on. If you can push all the way to the highest one, sure, but it's basically like a tower as far as I know. I'm definitely going to have a separate guide for this particular content itself because it's going to be something refreshing and something fun for players to try out, and it's going to feature a new currency that you can obtain from this that will be able to push your characters even more. You can see right here, right? No entry count limit. You can enter the challenge freely during the event. Alright, total of 124 stages and 5 tiers. You can see right here, right? So stage 1 to 24, 25 to 49, etc, etc, go all the way up to 100 to 124. So they are evenly divided into tiers. Clearing the highest stage in each tier unlocks the next tier. Based on your tier progress, the boss specs will increase and the boss skills will change. Now you will be able to obtain growth currencies like credit points, enhancement stones, as well as workbooks. Alright, and this is going to be a new thing altogether. There's no pyroxenes as far as I'm concerned. There's no tickets, pool tickets, so you're not missing out on much if you really don't want to push yourself that hard, but it's still good to be able to experience new content ideally, right? Now you can also use assistants and friends club members if your friends have basically borrowed you some of the final restriction assistance slot. And unlike Total Assault and Grand Assault, you cannot use multiple units. So you can only use one team of 10 characters all at once. So it's going to be different in that stance, right? Here is the truth about both of these characters right here. Guide TSUBAKI and UMIKA. Alright, before we proceed further in the patch notes, we need to talk about the characters. Now, I don't really encourage players to pull. Number one, these two characters are not limited. Alright, both of them can be obtained from the standard banner. Now, the truth is, right after this particular batch of characters, alright, we are also going to have the rerun of one Kazusa, Reisa, Natsu, and then right after that is going to be Toki and Nagisa rerun. Now both Toki and Nagisa, these are the limited characters that you ought to try to go for. Now, regarding Nagisa, if you already have Nagisa, she's probably going to be the better one. I've made a video talking about this. Please check out the Ultimate Roadmap guide, right? But the truth is, right after then, we're going to immediately have the banned characters, which is Ben Kazusa and Ben Yoshimi. Now, these are also going to be limited. So you essentially have 2 limited batches of characters back to back. Ideally, you don't want to miss out on any of these characters right here, right? Especially since they are limited. Now, again, it depends on whether you value limited or whether you value the character's flexibility more. Now let's talk about Guide Tsubaki. What can she bring to the table? Right now, she is going to be a piercing heavy type. So she is going to be strictly a buffer that buffs attack percent. As you can see right here, increase attack by 70% for 45 seconds. Alright, so her range is going to be extremely huge. She is going to be a special class. And if you are looking for a upgrade, she's a big upgrade, or I would say a slight upgrade from Kotama. Alright, so I'm sure everybody knows Kotama. Kotama is also one of the more, accessible, free-to-play option for attack percent buffer. Hers is up to 47.4% and she's 3 cost. Whereas Guide Tsubaki is 6 cost, but she buffs for up to 70%. Now the truth is, you're probably going to use Guide Tsubaki only in the new content, the Fury of Set, because that's where you can use up to 10 characters, and Kotama can still be used there for sure, right? So which is why Guide Tsubaki is probably going to be an option that's like, I would say like a rich man's option, right? If you look at Ibuki, she's also doing the same, alright? She can also buff characters, 50.2%. However, for Ibuki, the character has to be centered around her, so it has to be surrounding her. You can't really like aim the circle in a way that you can for Kotama and Guide Tsubaki. If you look at the various options that we have, I feel like you probably can get away with not needing Guide Tsubaki. Plus, you can still kind of borrow if you need that, right? So she also have heal right here. She will be able to heal the lowest HP, 104% of healing, and also increase critical resistance, which can be extremely helpful, right? And she has attack buff right here on her sub skill. Now she's probably not going to see any usage outside of just Fury of Set for the time being. So if you are intending to pull for her, make sure that you are aware of that. Alright, so one more character, UMIKA. So UMIKA is going to be a DPS character. She's a Mystic special type, as you can see right here. She's a striker. So what is she going to be all about? She's a 3 cost, a character that summons Fireworks Launcher, and this launcher can take on some of her HP, right? And you can deploy up to 5 at the same time. Now, and then when you do this, she can basically order this launcher to fire, and this is going to deal 2800% of damage, normal skill to one enemy. Alright, she's going to be good in the Fury of Set, and especially she's a Mystic type, probably going to match, you can see right here, we are going to match the defense type special. She's going to shine right there as well, so probably you can definitely use her. But there's a lot of other options. For example, if you have Swimsuit Izuna, there's also going to be a very, very decent option as well, right? So every 10 attacks, increase attack by 22.6%. Alright, additionally, increase attack of all allied fireworks launchers by 10 for 22.6%. And then you can see right here, she also increased attack on her other skills, and can also decrease own EX skill cost by 3, that you can see can be activated one time, alright, until EX is active. So I feel like she's going to be a decent option, again, if you're looking to tackle Fury of Set, but she's probably not going to see much usage outside of this particular content. So make sure you guys, if you're pulling for this, my advice for a lot of free-to-play players out there is probably just lay low for now. Consider getting Nagisa, because she's going to be a very, very beneficial character to a lot of players' account, and I feel like her value is quite high, comparable to these two. Plus, these two characters will be added to the standard banner, and they will be added to every other banners after the banner ends. So you're not going to, there's a chance that you will be able to obtain them in the future, right? So I won't worry too much about them ever. Now, as for the total assault, we're gonna have Perozilla Indoor Warfare. So this is going to be coming soon as well. Very, very cool. Extremely excited. So I am going to try perhaps a new strategy, because I'm sure you guys are aware, Perozilla, the 2 character that shines there is going to be Hinata alongside with Bunny Karin. If you have those 2, they probably are going to excel right here. If you have those 2, I think it's going to be easily doable. So definitely, we'll see, right? Especially for the Torment one, it's not going to be easy. So it's going to be a little bit tormenting, if I should say. Now, so this is going to be the new growth system. talent unlock. So you can see right here, this is basically just giving your characters more stats. Alright, so that's where the theory of set content, you can farm the materials. You will be able to gain more max HP bonus, attack bonus, healing bonus. To unlock the talents, first you need main artifacts that character use for skill growth. Alright, and that's going to be either physical education workbook, shooting workbook, or hygiene workbook. And of course the monthly reset for most of the shop stuff. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the patch notes, new interaction of UMIKA. Okay, very cool. And guide TSUBAKI is always sleeping. TSUBAKI loves sleeping, right? We're gonna get the double drop for bounty, but I've been enjoying the double drop for campaign for the last couple of days as well. For the commissions, so plenty of books have been farmed. So with that, I'm gonna go power up my characters even more. So that's pretty much it regarding the banners. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys subscribe, give this video a like, and I'll have the guide coming tomorrow. And account review as well, that will be happening very soon. Have a nice day. Goodbye.